Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to this video of Income Views. On this podcast episode, we're going to be talking all about the SCHD dividend and how it's going to be growing over 2025 all the way to beyond that. Obviously, SCHD has a continued dividend growth, which is extremely important to note when we're talking about SCHD. Before we start, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. Obviously, if you're new here, then dividends are basically what companies pay you because you're invested in the company, and sometimes it can be, over a quarterly period, and so on and so forth. So SCHD, basically, what they're going to pay is extremely interesting, and I actually did the math on this. And let's just get to this here because this is worth checking out. So here you are getting an ETF that focuses on high quality growing businesses. Okay, this is basically what SCHD does, is that they're basically like a fund that is invested in a bunch of these companies. Okay, in a group of companies. So when you're investing in SCHD, you're investing in a bunch of companies all together, like in the S&P 500, for instance. Like if you're invested in an index fund, or if you're invested in VOO, VTF, and so on and so forth. VGT, sorry. So here you're getting an ETF that focuses on high quality growing businesses that offer investors attractive yields and growing dividends. The one caveat is the dividend yield, which is currently around 3.3%, which is very high when we're talking about a growing company. Okay, SCHD, obviously they did have a dip recently, but they still are, a nice growing ETF. So you can find other dividend focused ETFs with higher yields potentially, but this is the thing though. So however, the methodology of higher yielding ETFs doesn't take much more than yield into consideration. The Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF is providing a healthy mix of yield and quality, okay? And the 3.3% yield is much higher than the 1.2% on offer from the S&P 500 index. And that's extremely important to note here, okay? And so when we are talking about, like right here it says this ETF is a set it and forget it type of investment. Would it be better if the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF had a higher yield? Yeah, sure. But then investors would probably have to sacrifice on the quality side of the story and thus take on more risk, as it says, of course, Fool.com. Now, not only that, but I of course did the predictions, and we're going to get to that right now. Of course, this is speculative. I want to be very clear when I talk about this, okay? However, SCHD has a continued growth for its dividend. And so it's not exactly, crazy to speculate what potentially the SCHD's dividend will be moving forward into 2025 and beyond. So if we have a 1.13% increase, there could be a 13% growth here. SCHD's yearly dividends is $1.12, and then all the way moving forward. So if we get to 2040 and we have a 7.07% increase, then we have a yearly dividend in 2040 of $7.02 here. Okay, and then moving all the way forward into 2047, then 8.06%. Now, obviously, stay with me here because we're going to get to that. 2047, so $8.01 per share here for SCHD. And then 2055, we could have a 16.67%, okay, at $16.57 per share. And that's extremely worth noting, okay, because if SCHD continues on this path, then that's something that's that would be worth at least checking out in terms of potentially investing in this company. Okay. But you have to understand too where it's like, okay, if you're of a certain age, then you can also pass this on to your kids or your grandkids and so on and so forth. Okay. And they could be living a pretty good life, obviously, if you're going to have that type of return on investment, moving forward. And so, that's just what I wanted to predict there, at least do the calculations and just kind of speculate as to, it's kind of fun for me to kind of just speculate and see exactly where the market could be heading. Obviously, things change and markets, things change, markets change, everything like that. The market is changing every single day. And so, yeah, there you go. There you have it. So if you like this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.